So good evening class. Today we'll be learning about wife of Bath as a feminist character. Before starting that, I would like to talk about your syllabus. So in your first semester syllabus, you have two core papers, that is CEH1 and CEH2, right? So you have two core papers, and in first you have British poetry and drama from Chaucer to the end of 16th century, and in second you have British poetry and drama 17th century. So from this first core, I have been teaching you Geoffrey Chaucer's The Wife of Bath's prologue, and here a small note has been given by the university that from this topic, that is Geoffrey Chaucer's The Wife of Bath's prologue, you will not be asked 5 marks and 1 marks questions. So that means that we will have to focus on 15 and 10 marks questions. The essay type questions might be asked from Geoffrey Chaucer's The Wife of Bath's prologue. So for taking that in mind, or taking giving that the priority, I will be taking your classes accordingly. Okay, so the very first topic, the essay type topic that might come from you for your exam, will be wife of Bath as a feminist character, or the same thing can also be asked in another type of question. It might also be asked as uh, how do you find the prologue of Wife of Bath as a from a feministic approach? So how do you see this prologue from a feministic approach? Or you can the question might also be as explain feminism in Wife of Bath's prologue. So these are the most importantly, the questions might be asked from different different from different uh, directions, or from the question might be asked in different ways, but it will focus on the same idea of feminism. Okay, so keeping that in your mind, this page I have opened, and here we can find some of the explanations, or points that makes that shows the Wife of Bath, the character, as a feministic character. So for this you have to understand what is feminism. Okay, first of all you have to understand what is feminism, and how this movement all started, and what are this no in the time when this Canterbury Tale was written, that is in the 15th century. Okay, so when this Canterbury Tales was written, there was no such movements like feminism or modernism, or any or any of the isms. Okay, so there was no such movements. But later, when like today, when we read all these works, we try to see this takes from that perspective. We try to find some of the works of Indian writers as post-colonial works. Okay, why? Because India itself is a post-colonial country, so we try to examine the particular text from different ways. So similarly, here the Geoffrey Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, and since it is actually the full volume of the book, and from where we have only taken this particular Wife of Bath's tale, with Wife of Bath's tale, and that also we are not dealing with the tale, but only the prologue. Okay, the prologue, the introduction of the tale. So I have been reading all this uh, tell to you. Okay, but we could not complete it for some reason or the other, but I have tried to show you some of the important aspects of the of the particular text. So today we are discussing feminism, and how the Wife of Bath is a feministic character. So here it says that of all the narrators in Geoffrey Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, so here narrators does not mean only the characters. Okay, here the narrators mean the characters, because if you remember in your first class, I told you that the Canterbury Tales is actually talking about the pilgrimers. Okay, the pilgrimers who are going for a pilgrimage, and in their way to the pilgrimage, they are telling stories of themselves or of something or the other to different to the travelers. Okay, so they are traveling, and then in the time in the while they are traveling, they are also um, exchanging stories. So wife of Bath's tale is one of the story, and similarly you have other characters like Pardoner's tale, okay, and also the knight's tale. So those are the other narrators. So here the right the here what is it's written is that of all the narrators that are there in Wife of Bath's in Geoffrey Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, Wife of Bath is one of the most commonly identified as feminist. Why? Because she herself is a female, okay, and whatever she is saying is for the emancipation of women in the 14th century. Excuse me. She is talking about how the situation of women is, okay, during her time, and how what is the role of a wife particularly, okay, with the wife part of a female, or the wife so what is the role of wife in marriage. So that is the very first reason what makes this particular text a very feministic gives a very feministic approach to the text. So that we have to understand. So what are the different questions that we can ask ourselves in order to define Wife of Bath as a feministic character? Like, how does she as a character assess women's role in life and in marriage? How does she assess the role of control within a marriage, and how much control should or do married women hold? And how does her experience of marriage and men expressed in the book's prologue get reflected in the tales itself? So the last question is not that important, but most important thing is the role of women's role in life and marriage, and how the role of control, like whose control is more prominent, more stronger in marriage. Okay, so if you remember, that is all we have been discussing all through the while when we were doing our takes. We were talking about what is the role of a wife in marriage, how wife is subjugated, right, how wife is oppressed in marriage, and how the voice of wife is always has been less important as compared to to that of husband. So those are the topic that makes it more a feministic text. Okay, and what is feminism? If you have read its definition, feminism is actually a movement that that fights for the right of women, that fights for not only the right of the women in the society, but for the equality of women in the society, the equality of women in all fields. Okay, in all fields, or in all aspects. Okay, equality with men. So if a man is given a certain position in the society, a female has the right to possess equally important position in the society. So this equality, right of equality of men and women in the society, is what is meant in brief by feminism. So here when we discuss Wife of Bath's character, when we see it through a feministic approach, uh, or we deal with if we try to analyze her as a feministic character, we first have to look like how she is trying to position a woman as equally is as equally important in the society as women, how the role of wife is equally important in the society as that of a husband. So this much for today. I have just introduced feminism in the Wife of Bath's character. We will further analyze it in next class. But before leaving, I would like to tell you to read some of the essays that you find in Google. Okay, try to read some of the essays which gives you more idea about um, how we can see the Wife of Bath's prologue through a feministic approach, or how we can do a feministic reading of the text. So this much for today, and I will continue with the lecture tomorrow. Thank you.